Incumbent and former government officials visited the wake of former President Fidel V Ramos in Taguig City today. The camp of Ateneo gunman Yumol has been granted court approval for Yumol to undergo psychiatric evaluation. Yumol pleaded not guilty to charges of malicious mischief and illegal possession of firearms. And China stages large-scale military drills in response to United States House Speaker Nancy Pelosi defying their warnings to visit Taiwan. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Government officials paid their respects to the late President Fidel V Ramos at the Heritage Park in Taguig City today. Marlene Alcaide with the story.
Government officials paid their respects to former President Fidel V Ramos today. President Bongbong Marcos, a distant relative of FVR, also visited. Marcos said he sees President Ramos as a symbol of stability after the 1986 People Power Revolution.
After all the tumultuous events of 1986, when he came into the presidency, he brought calm and he brought stability to our country.
Aside from the chief executive, Ramos's former cabinet members also visited. Among them were Labor Secretary Benny Laguesma and Energy Secretary Rafael Lotilla. They both attest that FVR is a hands-on and an overall great leader.
Real workaholic. Every day you get to receive news clippings with handwritten notes. Sinusubaybayan niya kung ano mga dapat na gagawin. And he always expects that you will be giving him feedback and update at the end of the day.
He taught us also in terms of being multi-stakeholder in our approach. He was so patient listening to our people.
Other officials who visited the wake today were former Vice President Leni Robredo, Executive Secretary Vic Rodriguez, House Speaker Martin Romualdez, former Senate President Senator Tito Soto, and Senator Bong Revilla, former President Rodrigo Duterte, Senator Bongo, and former Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldea also visited FVR's wake. Only government officials are allowed to visit the wake on Thursday, while groups from the business community and civil society or organizations will pay their respects on Friday. The wake of the late president will only be open to the public on Sunday and Monday. This is to ensure that COVID-19 protocols will be strictly followed. Former President Fidel V Ramos will be laid to rest on Tuesday at the Libingan ng mga Bayani, where he will be accorded with a state funeral and full military honors. For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
And the Quezon City Trial Court has postponed the arraignment of Ateneo gunman Yumol to September 16. This is after the court granted the request for Yumol to undergo psychiatric tests. The suspect is facing 3 counts of murder for killing former Lamitan City Mayor Rose Furigay and 2 others. Illegal gun possession and malicious mischief charges were likewise filed against Yumol, to which the suspect has pleaded not guilty. The Furigay's camp said that they are dismayed over the arraignment being postponed and will ask the court to proceed with the trial come September 16.
Even now, we are ready to for the arraignment, for the pre-trial, and we are ready to prosecute him to the fullest because of that gruesome murder that he did. Family expressed its dismay. However, we have to follow the legal process.
And the Commission on Higher Education is supporting the return of mandatory ROTC. Camille Samonte with the story.
The ROTC program as a mandatory component.
Mandatory ROTC is among President Bongbong Marcos' priority measures. With this, the Commission on Higher Education is supporting the proposal as well. Once mandatory ROTC for senior high school pushes through, an optional advanced ROTC program will be implemented at the college level. De Vera said this program will be skills-based. Those who will complete the program will receive a diploma or certificate in military sciences or disaster management. The Commission will also amend the National Service Training Program currently implemented in college.
Ang mangyayari dito ay yung advanced ROTC as an option sa NSTP will already produce possible officers that can be recruited into the armed forces or to the reserve corps.
However, some students are still hesitant to participate in the program.
Kasi di ba po sa ibang military service po may nagkakaroon po ng hazing, tapos yung iba po na-abuse po ng mga ibang kasama po sa pagtitraining po, di ba? Kasi minsan may mga nasasaktan na babalta na hazing po.
The mandatory ROTC was abolished in 2002 after the death of University of Santo Tomas student Mark Chua, who was killed by his ROTC fellow after exposing the corruption and anomalies within the training corps. Chua's friend and former abolished ROTC spokesperson Attorney VJ Topacio expresses concerns over the imposition of mandatory ROTC.
Yung hustisya para sa pamilya ni Mark Wilson Chua at sa lahat ng Tomasino ay hindi pa nakakamit ng buo kasi may mga hindi pa nahuhuli. Sa years and decades of abuses, tama na, huwag na nating ibalik.
Some legislators, including Senator Bato de la Rosa, have also thrown their support for mandatory ROTC. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Social Welfare Department is looking to give as much as 40,000 pesos in financial aid to residents in earthquake-hit areas. Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo told Radio 5 that 30,000 pesos will be coming from the Human Settlements Department, while the DSWD will cover the remaining 10,000 pesos. Tulfo also said that President Marcos has instructed them to start relocation assistance to families that lost their homes to the magnitude 7 earthquake. The DSWD has set aside 10 million pesos for residents in affected provinces.
Secretary Acuzar ng Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development ay bababa po ba nagpapasama po siya para makausap po namin ang mga governors po and mga mayors na maglaan po, bigyan po ng ang national government ng mga sites na pwedeng pagtayuan po ng mga bahay. Mga kababayan natin na totally damaged po ng mga bahay. Otherwise, kung partially lamang po, magbibigay lamang po siya ng cash assistance.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Sugar Regulatory Administration, or SRA, wants to import some 300,000 metric tons of sugar as domestic supply falls short. The Agriculture Department explained that sugar harvest in August will not be enough to meet local demand. The LTFRB will be partially reopening bus routes in time for the opening of classes on August 22. These include routes passing by the University Belt, Quiapo, and Commonwealth Avenue. And China staged its largest military exercise around Taiwan today. This is on the back of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taipei, despite threats and warnings from Beijing. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.